Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So you might be here for one of two reasons. You were either with Charles on the Hypes channel and you saw his and my video on the Phaze II Pearl and you wanted to come see how it compares to my Rockstar Amp, which does have a similar layout on it. Or a longtime follower and subscriber, we just hit 2,800 subscribers. I know I haven't been as active. I say this every video, but it always seems like something just happened. I was in the hospital for like a week, 2 weeks ago. Luckily, I'm okay. I am doing well. Just a little weak, building my strength up again. I didn't bowl for a week after that when I was supposed to originally shoot these videos, so a whole bunch of stuff going on, but now it's Thanksgiving break. I have a little bit of time to get some videos out, so that's what we're gonna do. So everybody's kind of asking that same question, right? Rockstar Amp, Phaze II Pearl. Why did we release these at the same time? Don't they fit the same part of the bag? I'm here to tell you they are different. Their shapes are different, okay? So even though they are both strong symmetric pearls of solid versions of what we thought were each other's counterparts, whether it was the Rockstar or the Phaze II, they are going to be substantially different. You're going to see that today, okay? So without trying to talk your ears off like I normally do, let's get right to the shots and let's see what we find out. Let's go. All right, so we are going to start with the Phaze II Pearl because that's what I was already throwing with Charles before. So I have an idea of where to be already. All right, so 34, slightly getting around it. Might be a little too slow. Nope, perfect, split the 8-9. Good continuation. So same spot here, not moving again, 34. Kind of backing my hand out of it, just getting around it. Bang. Oh, a little too long. Next shot, try and stay behind a little bit more. All right, so same spot. Try and stay behind this one a little longer. Not gonna get through it. Oh, just what we wanted to do. I got that one right. A little too quick, which is why it stood up so early, so I'm gonna move the eyes in and try and stay behind this one a little bit more. Get the 10 out. Oh, never saw it. I could have been a little too soft up the back of it, so let's try that one more time. All right, so I do think I might have gassed that last one a little bit too much, so let's try similar. With not as much speed. There we are. Nice. Keeping it in the oil, ball handles it well. All right, let's switch to the amped. All right, into the amped. I have no idea what this is gonna do. Haven't thrown any practice shots, so we're gonna learn together. Oh, yep, just a touch smoother, a little more forward. All right, so because this ball is not as sideways, it's a little more early, a little earlier. I'm gonna move that one back to the right. Let's see what, oh, ooh, boy, that ball's underrated. Bang, baby. All right, so we paralleled there. I'm gonna try and move my eyes just that little bit back to the left here now. See how it handles middle of the lane. We're getting into that wet, dry territory. There we go. Oh my God. Oh, that's the shape I like. Yikes. All right, so obviously you should be able to see the difference. I'm gonna try it one more time, see if we spot anything else. If not, we're just gonna go straight to the conclusion here. That's me. Oh, wow. I did not throw that well, and it still helped me out because of how much earlier it is. All right, one more good one. So let's test these boundaries a little bit. We'll move 2 left. We'll parallel 2 and 2 left. Means 2 of my feet and my eyes. See how it handles the middle part of the lane here. Not going to handle it well. Oh, it did, but not enough. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so I think it was pretty evident what the differences were, right? Phaze II Pearl is definitely going to be a touch more angular and a little bit rounder down the lane. In terms of how continuous the ball is, the Nano that is going to be in the cover stock of that Rockstar amp is going to make it giddy up a little bit quicker. In terms of front to back, like not going to be as quick, but more earlier, right? It's going to be one of your earlier, bigger pearls. It's definitely still going to have that shape, but it's going to be a touch more forward shape, okay? So where you might have like 4-pin, 9-pin roll with a Phaze II Pearl, you might have like ring 10, flat 10 roll with a Rockstar amp. So you're just going to have to kind of pick your poison there, right? Do you want to leave flat 10s and ring 10s or 4 9s and 4s and 9s? Those are kind of, that's the vibe I get out of both of these. Anyway, do I think there's room for both of them in your bag? I see a lot of people do a lot of comparisons. The comments, you know, like I mentioned in the intro, we're always talking about why would they release both. Honestly speaking, I'm a big fan of different shapes. The strength can be similar, but the shapes can be different. So that means I do think there is room for both of these in the bag. We have a major tournament I'm going to be traveling to here in Florida this upcoming weekend, and I think I'm going to be bringing both with me. So I think the Amped is the natural progression off of the bigger ball because it's going to give you that similar motion, that forward, more controlled motion. And then as you start to get a little bit of carry down, you need to bump in and kind of shape it a little bit more. I think the Phaze II can be good off of that. So in terms of progression, you know, we can see like an Equinox Solid or an Ion Max go into like a Rockstar amp can go into like a Phaze II Pearl. Now you might just only have enough time for one of each, you know, one of those two in that slot by the time you have to, you know, ball down again. But if you are given the opportunity, I can definitely see myself throwing both in the same block, one after another. And then, you know, kind of balling down to something like an Ember. And then Ember can go down to like an Ion, depending on which one, you know, you prefer, Ion Pro or Ion Pro Solid. And then it would be like a Surge after that, which I love my tropical Surges. So for those of you that know me, tropical Surges have saved my life numerous times. Anyway, I got to get to shooting the next video here. So I hope I give you guys a different look on, you know, what everybody else was kind of saying about the Phaze II Pearl and the Rockstar Amp. If you guys have any questions, as always, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I try to get back to you as soon as possible. I appreciate you guys for still subbing and watching all the old videos that have come out. Still throwing a majority of those bowling balls that you're watching, those Equinox Solids and all my favorites that I've mentioned. So go back and watch those if you can. 2,800 on the road to 3,000 subs and slowly building a great community. So thank you guys as always. This has been a Scott Anderson Bowling production. #StormNation. And as always, bowl up a storm.